A university is teaching Demonology. It's September 26, 2025, and these are your headlines. At the University of North Texas, students can choose from more than 50 courses this fall in the school's Women's and Gender Studies program, including some that are raising eyebrows. Among them, American Demonology, an English course that examines witchcraft, voodoo, and ancestral magic in American culture. Students read feminist interpretations of witchcraft, including one essay calling Eve from Genesis, quote, the first witch, and embracing the witch as a symbol of empowerment. Another core course, Introduction to LGBTQ Studies, explores sexuality and gender through a queer lens. Assigned readings include a novel about a lesbian mother and the essays promoting the idea that gender is socially constructed rather than fixed. Professor Catherine Ritter, who teaches the course, also leads Feminist Foundations, which features readings describing lesbianism as resistance to a male supremacist culture and advocating for queer Marxist feminism. The program is part of UNT's College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. They're putting the liberal in liberal arts. But some students say the university hasn't protected free expression for some women. Student Mary Catherine Hallmark says she was asked to leave class after confronting a peer who celebrated the assassination of Charlie Kirk recently, and says she's since faced harassment as well. A new casino could soon be coming to East Texas. The Alabama Coushatta tribe announced plans to build a new Neskilla Casino Resort on land it owns near Leggett, north of Livingston. The site is not on or even adjacent to the tribe's main reservation, something that wasn't previously allowed under federal law. But that changed in December of 2023. The Biden administration approved new rules letting tribes acquire and transfer off-reservation land into a federal trust for casino development. Those rules took effect in January. Local officials in Polk County have opposed the change, arguing it cuts local governments and residents out of the decision-making process. Tribal Chairwoman Cecilia Flores told county commissioners this week that the National Indian Gaming Commission has already given approval to the project. The new facility would host Class II gaming, similar to their current casino on the reservation. These games look like slot machines, they act like slot machines. They technically involve bingo and other non-banked card games. The move comes as gambling interests are ramping up efforts across the state. Earlier this month, lawmakers finally abolished the Texas Lottery Commission, shifting oversight to the Department of Licensing and Regulation.
Real Texan.
I hope you'll sit down with Texas Scorecard every Sunday as we visit with real Texans who are doing real things to make the Lone Star State shine even brighter. We're going to be talking to activists and politicians, but we're also going to be talking with men and women who are shaping business in Texas and driving for a better culture.
The American Civil Liberties Union, or the ACLU, is suing Colorado's Elizabeth School District for removing books from school libraries that feature anti-racism and LGBT themes. And that's in Colorado. Why does it matter? Well, it's setting up a potential nationwide legal fight over what taxpayers must fund. The district is represented by former Texas Solicitor General Jonathan Mitchell, who also represents Llano County in Texas, in a similar case that's now pending before the Supreme Court. In Colorado, the ACLU claims Elizabeth ISD violated students' First Amendment rights by pulling 19 books, including Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye and Ellen Hopkins' Crank. A federal judge sided with the ACLU and ordered the books returned, but the district has appealed. Meanwhile, here in Texas, Llano County is being sued for removing 17 books from its public library. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals sided with the county, ruling that the First Amendment doesn't guarantee access to government-funded library materials. If the 10th Circuit in Colorado rules differently, it would create what's called a circuit split. That increases the likelihood that the Supreme Court would step in to decide whether public libraries and schools can remove books based on content or viewpoint. A ruling could clarify how far free speech extends when it comes to taxpayer-funded libraries across the country. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.